welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the first episode of Youjo Senki. If you want to check out our reaction to the first episode of, what was it?
The Curse of, or the Saga of
Tanya the Evil.
The Evil.
Hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, exactly what it says on the tin?
Yeah, but I must say, for being an alternate history World War I anime, this went at a really leisurely pace.
No, I gotta say that I really like it because you don't typically see World War I depicted in like anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically almost a forgotten war at this point, which is pretty... saying that is pretty fucked up, I guess, when you consider how bad it was.
Well, here we are, the war to end all wars, and all of a sudden it's almost a footnote 100 years later.
Yeah. But I am glad to see this alt history of World War I. I thought that as far as like the technical aspects go, the tactics were good. Or
Accurate.
They weren't good by any means. Let's just go out and say that the tactics in World War I sucked.
But they're accurate of the day.
But they're accurate. Yeah, so the tactics are accurate. The weapons are accurate. The uniforms are accurate to the beginning of the war.
Okay.
I would say that the depiction of the area where the trenches were was accurate, but I couldn't really tell how marred the rest of the landscape was, which should actually be not very. Should be like great death right by the trenches, and then everything else is green countryside of France. But I wasn't really paying attention to that, to be honest. But other than that, it was very good. So yeah, definitely thumbs up on the history for me.
Yep. It's actually very interesting because I looking over the summary that we were given on AniChart. It didn't really actually specify a time. A actual, it didn't actually say this goes over World War I or World War II or whatever war.
Yeah, well, that way they can bland name it like they totally did with the countries here.
Again, the Empire and the Republic.
Yeah.
Not Germany and not France.
Shimatsu no creepy blonde girl.
So it's actually, I think that it's one of those default settings. Alt history, World War II.
But yeah,
almost.
we kind of break that mold here.
Yeah, it's actually very nice.
Yeah, again, you don't see a whole hell of a lot of depictions of World War I, so I find that it's nice, especially around this time period, because World War I was literally happening 100 years ago. Actually, there's another channel. I don't need to give them a shout out because they have almost 500,000 subscribers, but I will anyway. If you're interested in history, go check them out. They're a really fucking awesome channel, the Great War channel.
Yep.
They cover the Great War week by week.
Yeah,
what came out just recently. I think they might have an episode coming out tonight, but it would be exactly what happened this week 100 years ago. So, and to be honest, that's where I got a lot of my information on World War I. So,
there you go.
And then there's another channel who's a little bit smaller, but they're growing pretty quickly. But Sea and Arsenal, who works with the Great War, they do a lot of the weapons.
Yeah,
and it is a fantastic look at the history and how the weapons were actually brought up to where they are now. And you'd be very surprised at just how many weapons people are misinformed about.
Yeah.
Like I actually learned that I think it was a Smith & Wesson revolver wasn't actually part of the war.
Yeah.
It was actually a Spanish recreation.
Spain get involved.
I think it was that one. I know that there was a famous revolver that was
Just about everybody got involved in that war.
yeah.
There's a reason why it's called World War One.
But a famous revolver was not part of World War One or World War Two. One of those.
Yeah, well, probably not officially. One of the big things is that a lot of like officers would carry,
Service
their own,
revolver.
their own personal
Yeah.
sidearms,
Something nice to be caught dead with, literally.
pretty much.
But it's a fun thing, little thing. If you're interested.
Yeah. Basically, if you're interested in World War One in general or war in general,
Okay.
history, I guess.
But
There are some really great resources out there nowadays. Anyway,
This breaks the mold another way, I have to mention. Based on the synopsis and the trailer we were directed to by you guys out in the comments section, I was expecting more of a sort of Mecha Musume feel, kind of along the line of like Strike Witches or something like that, but that is totally not what we got.
no.
I definitely catch more vibes of like Attack on Titan than like a Conclave or Strike Witches from this. For some reason.
I'm not sure exactly what kind of vibes I get from it, but I am really interested. So it looks like the magic that they're using is from those crystals on their chests.
Yeah.
And then they use devices to fly.
So sort of science magic fusion.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
what I think is interesting is the main character prays.
Like an incantation or something.
Yeah.
It's not that often that I hear father being put into an incantation. At least in anime. To me.
Well, I believe the actual thing that she uses is "O Lord."
Yeah.
Something fatherland, which.
Yeah. I'm not used to seeing those two in the same sentence in an anime.
Which makes sense because like less than 1% of Japan, follow the Christian faith.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess the writers put it in there to make Tanya sound more foreign.
Maybe. I just think that, well, as far as the whole salaryman, reincarnated or whatever into the body of a young girl, I honestly think that he's probably just role playing I suppose paladin.
Alright, the whole concept of the story does reek of chuny. As in someone wrote it.
Yeah.
So
It's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
No, it could be a great thing.
I do like the imagination. Yeah, anyway, this episode was mostly an introduction to Tanya and then the whole setting.
Yeah, it's almost like a war slice of life, really.
Almost, yeah.
Sort of.
But yeah, I think the biggest thing of the episode was trying to introduce just how powerful and how ruthless Tanya is.
And the answer to both those questions, oh my how.
Yeah, so in order to show how ruthless she is, she has a couple of subordinates who disobey her orders and go destroy the artillery anyway. And then...
God damn it, Leroy.
She was originally just going to send them home, but they basically told her that they wanted to die for their country. So she sent them to a place that she knew that they would die right away. Well, they got their wish.
A pillbox bunker.
Pillbox bunker, perfect target for artillery.
Says like I'm thinking a birthday cake.
Yes. And then to show how powerful she is, they have to... they're sent to go rescue... Okay, actually, let me stop myself. So it appears as though there's different kinds of mages. So there's some that are assigned with artillery units that literally just spot. Like they're just spotters for artillery units.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can go up in the air like that, kind of like the observation balloons and biplanes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Early parts of the war.
But yeah, so their attack mage unit is sent to go help out this other mage unit that's under attack by a not French mage unit.
Got yourself in.
On
I
cool.
caught myself.
Who all ride cool rocket horses.
That is so like French from the turn of the century. Like I could just imagine them, like, you know, there's this new technology that comes out and they're like, well, let's make them cavalry. Horses.
Why? Because we're French.
I mean, couldn't you picture that?
I can picture it. I mean, it's the French, you know. We have nuclear weapons. You know? We can test them in the Sahara. No. Let's test them in Tahiti, in paradise. Why? Because we're French.
Anyway, God.
Just saying.
But yeah, so in order to show how powerful she is, they go in, and then they see that it's a company of enemy mages, whereas they only have a platoon. And she's like, okay, you guys go meet up with the other platoon. I'm gonna go ahead and kill all but one of the platoons here. You guys can mop up the rest.
Oh, jeez.
And she does.
Fucking curb stomp battle.
Yeah.
Epic curb stomp battle.
It is hinted that she has a different crystal than the other ones, like a Mark II or something like that.
Or type something or other.
Type something or other. But hers is larger and round, and all the other ones are a little smaller and
Square.
Rectangular. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, kind of like the enemy commander's hair.
Yeah.
Chocolate Buck's hair. Face like a bear.
I also find it interesting that they are putting not Germany in the like lead position here.
Yeah, that your protagonist is on, I guess, the other side of the traditional point of view.
Like traditional
you
point
look
of
at
view.
the war from.
Yeah, basically the kind of, it is kind of strange that they would have them with the Empire and not with the not Entente.
Nice.
But yeah, quite interesting. Man, but she,
Actually,
Tanya,
crazy bitch.
Yeah.
wow.
Crazy.
And then we are also introduced to a few other characters. There's actually a very short list of characters on the My Anime list for this.
So far.
But the main one that we're introduced to here is Victoria Serebryakov. Damn Russian.
That's an interesting mix. You get Russian and German names.
Actually, that's not wholly uncommon in World War One.
Oh, wow.
Because I want to say that they had there was a connection between the two countries before the war because I believe it was the Tsarina was originally from Germany and was related to the Kaiser.
Oh, there.
And then, like right along that border where you get like Poland and countries there, you would see a big mix. So you get Russians that have German names and Germans that have Russian names.
Actually, you're right. This was before the revolution.
And, well, yeah, and
You
yeah,
there go thinking World War II again.
yeah, right, and then. So yeah, it's not wholly uncommon, and if you even look back in real history, there's real like Russian generals that have German names and German generals that have Russian names. So
I mean, there are also German monarchs in charge of the United Kingdom.
So
Is that name a joke on Sarah's Victoria?
no, I very much doubt it. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not.
'Cause her name is Victoria
Serebryakov. By the way, the whole episode I was like, I recognize that voice. I recognize that voice. God damn it, it's Saori Hayami again. But damn it, I love her voice. I do say again because this is...
Girl's been busy this year.
Yeah. So... Yeah, the whole time I was like, I recognize that. I literally turned the volume up. I was like, I recognize that voice. I recognize that voice.
And also got to give props to Aoi Yuki. Good sort of... I said it in the reaction, and Tanya totally reminds me of Mandy from The Adventures of Billy Grimm and Mandy. It's just she grew up and became more sick and twisted than she actually is in that show.
Yeah, pretty much. They also, I also pointed out in the episode that they bland named a field marshal from actual Germany to be, I believe he's like the commander of operations or something.
Or
I'm pretty darn sure that it's a bland name because the guy's name in here is Kurt von Rudersdorf, and the actual field marshal's name was what was it? Damn it! I just said it when we were between the episode. Konrad von Hotzendorf. I don't know. The names sound eerily familiar to me. And then the fact that he's basically the commander of
like the entire army.
Yeah.
I don't even know if field marshal was like the right term for that.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I think Hotzendorf was the more focused on the Western Front, though. Don't quote me on that.
Anyway.
I don't actually know a whole shitload about World War One. Everything not everything, but most of the stuff I learned about World War One, I learned off the Great War Channel. Because I binge watched all their episodes.
You were far ahead of me. Like most of that I know, I've gathered from watching bits of History Channel and All Quiet on the Western Front, which is still one of my favorite movies. But
yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to more of this.
Oh yeah, I am. As always, I'm interested to know how the mechanics of the magic works.
Yeah,
because in every story, it becomes apparent on how everything works. I love learning that stuff.
Kind of the rules of the world, as it were. So that, you can find out what makes sense and what doesn't.
I mean, you saw it with our reaction to Shumatsu no Izetta last season. The first 3 episodes were like, okay, is this magic
based on nature?
Based on nature,
perhaps, or
da 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 da. We kept going through all this stuff, and we were completely fucking wrong.
Yeah. They kind of went in a couple different directions too, but we'll cover that when we get around to reviewing it.
Yeah.
I also kind of like that it doesn't try to stress a story too much here. Again, kind of taking the slice of life approach. It kind of allows the viewer to just maybe not turn off or tune out, but kind of turn down the thinking a little bit and just absorb in the spectacle.
Enjoy the show. I mean, we're gonna get a story probably next week.
We're still getting one.
It did drop a lot about how Tanya is a former salaryman.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't have one. I'm just saying it's not really what they're focusing on here. You don't have to put in the concentrated effort to try and keep up with the story. In other words, it's not a 5PB work.
Okay. Anyway, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. We're so getting flack for this. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga talks.
Click on my shit-eating grin to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And check out our new and improved Patreon page.